Good evening, Oswegatchie. My name is Bill. I am the program director here at Oswegatchie. I'm also the guy who gets to do majority of the online work on our websites and Facebook page and all the other good stuff. We've had at least 2 ag teachers in the last week or so ask about online sales, and because of COVID, I have nothing else to do. I am making a video to share with you folks. So, most importantly, what expertise do I have in online sales? I have practice and experience for 2 sources. We have the Oswegatchie website, obviously. More importantly, inside there is our AdironDuck Race. This is an online fundraiser that we've run. Well, this is a fundraiser we've run for 26 years, but the last 10 years we've done a large amount of online sales. And in 2020, after COVID shut everything down, and let's be honest, Oswegatchie lost about 80% of his revenue for the year in one fell swoop, more or less. This fundraiser became more and more important than ever before, and it was the first year ever we sold out of all 10,000 ducks. If we had not had an online interface set up for that, we probably would not have sold any ducks and have been in real trouble going further into 2020. An additional, since we didn't have groups coming in, the online infrastructure I had set up on our OswegatchieStore.com, which has kind of been on the back burner here for many years, we were able to more or less turn it on, start promoting, and start sharing things immediately. And this was very important for bringing in additional revenue to Oswegatchie, more or less selling things we already had in our camp store. So this turned out to be very important in 2020, and we've had it set up for years. We've had some traffic on it, but this became incredibly important. So as an FFA chapter, what do you really need to know? You need an online payment portal, no matter what, to do business on the internet. If you want, you can use services such as JotForm. Just set up reservation forms so people show up at a certain spot at a certain time, and they pick up whatever inventory you're selling them. And that is a totally legit way of doing things, and you don't even have to accept payments online. That's just more like an online registration booking. But if you really want to do a great job, and I understand that you are in the New York State school system, there are administrators and business managers who are very nervous about online sales and how they are tracked. You really have a couple choices to make. If you're going to do sales online, you might as well get paid up front so you are not stung by people who do not show up later when you're trying to, finish an event. So let's say you're trying to sell 200 mums out of your greenhouse, and somebody says they'll take 10, and that person never shows up. You just lost the sale of 10 mums and the revenue on those mums. Before you know it, you got to sell them for a reduced price. It's not great. So get your payment up front. PayPal is the giant of the industry. They were there first. They have everything you need to run a business, from invoicing to sending money, receiving money. The catch is you need a real bank account attached to your PayPal account. There may be ways around that, but most of the time you need a bank account attached to it, especially when you need to take funds from your PayPal account to pay for invoices receiving from other parts of the world. So, Square also offers a fantastic service. You see Square everywhere. It's from the pizzeria to the craft fair these days. Square is very simple to use. That's why people like it. PayPal is very good, but you have to get in. You got to practice with the system. The bank account thing is an issue because when you send $459 to the bank account to withdraw it, and it shows up in the school bookkeeper's ledger, and she's trying to figure out where this $459 came from, that's where money gets lost, and you all of a sudden are totally out of all the revenue you needed to pay for your supplies. It's gone. So that's something to work out with a school administrator or a business manager. I understand that big schools, it might be too hard, or they already have it figured out. Sometimes the small schools, they don't want to take risks. When you use an online payment system, you need that bank account. The best tip I've heard today was to have an alumni account that handles all the funds from fundraisers. Now, even that's kludgy. Did you buy the supplies with school money, or is it something that's provided by the alumni? Those are the things for you to figure out. But that gives you a third fiduciary agent to help, receive your money. That's totally up to you. Do not use your personal account because you do not want to pay taxes on that revenue because it's not your revenue. And additionally, one thing that often brings people down is the rumor of financial theft when people don't understand what's going on, and they say, well, money disappeared from our account and it went to someone's personal account. Well, no, you want to totally avoid that. Don't use your personal account to accept payments online. So let's talk about other things real fast. Jotform. Jotform is a great way to set up some form of form to take money on short-term fundraising projects. So let's say you have a really sweet t-shirt that you're having printed yourself, you're going to be holding the inventory. You can use a form like this to get everyone's pertinent contact information, communicate things about the item, show the item, and then get the specifics, the sizes, the quantity. This probably could have been a little bit differently. We probably didn't need that many fields, but it's how this was set up. And then boom, you can take the payment online. Especially doing pre-order stuff, it's always best to get money up front because you can pay bills with the pre-order money. That keeps you fluid and doesn't stretch your chapter out in funds. Now, not many people realize this, but you can set up stores through Facebook pages. Now, your Facebook profile is you on the internet. A Facebook page is your business, your FFA chapter, your institution, whatever it may be. That's what is a Facebook page is for. Pages have been around for 10 to 12 years. But still amazing how things are still catching on. You can set up a small store on a Facebook page like this. I'm sure you can integrate PayPal, Square, Stripe, and I even think there's something called Facebook Pay that you can use to take money from, to take funds through something like this. I have not done it personally, I'll be honest, but if I was setting up a business where I'm selling a very specific widget or maybe one or two types of the same widget, Facebook is a really pretty intelligent way to do that. So keep that in mind. Now, Instagram, you can set up a store as well through Instagram. I've never done that as well. I know the widget's available to do that. Facebook owns Instagram, so you can post pictures to an Instagram account and have them show up on your Facebook page. I am a huge proponent of Facebook pages, especially Instagram, because Instagram is all photos. And if possible, have your own FFA chapter's website. And you're going to ask why. My big deal is with self-promotion. There are no other teachers in your school that has to promote their classes to make sure kids show up. The Latin teacher's not hustling. The math teacher's not hustling. The English teacher's not hustling. Their students are in a pipeline coming to them. They just got to sit back and they got to do their job. You, on the other hand, if you want to make sure you're still going to have a program in 2 to 3 years, you have to promote to students in your school, to parents, and to taxpayers. One big problem I see that has happened 3 or 4 times already in just 20 years. There is some sort of crisis comes through and school budgets get hammered. And what do they cut? Things that aren't mandated. So ag ed tends to go. .com bubble burst in 2002. Financial crisis 2008. Now we have a pandemic 2020. Here we are, 8, 10, 20 years of progress, and all of a sudden in a month to 6 months, boom, you're wiped out, you're gone. Having these things available to show people what you're doing is a great way to garner interest from your community and make sure they realize that you're an important thing and something that should not be cut from the school district. And on top of that, if you're trying to sell things online, they see all the good work you're doing, they are more likely to buy more of whatever you're selling. So now, Oswegatchie has our store. This is a store that can easily have been integrated with a much larger website infrastructure. You can have pages, you can have links, you can have a blog, you can post videos, you can put your lesson plans online, you can do your videos of your lessons online, and then still sell things on the side. Weebly is fantastic for building websites, and I do kind of think the pinnacle of promoting yourself as a ag teacher, as a professional, an FFA program, yada, 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 comes the tippy top of the mountain really is having a website because you can just put so much stuff on there. Blogs aren't about posting your deep thoughts. They're about posting in a chronological order what you're doing in your classrooms. You are doing cool stuff in your classrooms every day. You cannot tell me as a good ag teacher you're not doing one thing a day that's worth taking a photo of. There's probably things worth taking a 25-second video of. There is so much stuff that you do every day that people want to see. you want to be able to share it online. So let's all back up. Online sales, you need some type of infrastructure to take online payments. Okay, you need a place to organize people so they know what they're going to buy. Okay, job form, you can do that without a whole lot of website infrastructure. It really sets up a form. You have a link, you share, hopefully you make that money. And if you're really in for the long game, Facebook, Instagram, your own website. And if you really want to take it deep, there's things like MailChimp and Constant Contact that are part websites, part email blasts, digital newsletters, that if you like to write and you like to share, you can really go deep down the rabbit hole and spend a lot of time connecting with the community. Now, just back the whole thing up. You're a teacher. Your job is to teach. Is fundraising really that big a deal? In the FFA it is. But let's be real. All this online selling infrastructure, even though it's been around for a long time, it's just growing and growing and growing every year, getting bigger. 2020 has been a very big year for online sales. It's normalizing the behavior. Before, people always wanted to go to Walmart and pick their stuff up. Now you can drive up to Walmart and they just bring the stuff out and put it in your trunk. That is a crazy idea of online sales. That's a huge shift. Your students will be doing this as part of their career, whether they're selling tractor parts on the internet or they're selling mums online or they're doing public speaking on Instagram. All those things are very real and legit and have a perfectly great place in a curriculum in a school. When things sell, and money's money. Okay, let's just talk about money. Money's money. Money exists. Money's important. Money's not everything, but it is a pretty good score sheet to how you're doing. If you are selling 1,000 mums out of the back of your greenhouse, and you can show profit from that and show how the whole thing's done, is nothing but positive opportunity there to show students real world returns. People are afraid to talk about money, but you know what? Like something else I know, everybody has money. Maybe not a lot, maybe not all at the same time, but it's okay to talk about money. Oswegatchie's here. My name is Bill Waite. If you want to ask any other questions, reach out to us. If you can't find Oswegatchie on the internet, that tells me I have apparently screwed something up. I love to talk about this type of stuff. If you want help, just reach out to us. Ladies and gentlemen, have a good night and goodbye.